What's good?
Hey, what's up, Lefty? What's going on?
Shit, phone problem.
Yeah, man. Congrats on getting Javante on the other day.
Jake?
You say what?
No, congrats on getting Javante on the other day, man. That was fucking huge.
Yeah. I didn't realize that shit was that big because I started seeing all these articles and YouTube videos about it.
Oh, you mean until you start seeing everybody steal your clips and not shouting you out?
Yeah, as long as they shout me out, I'm good. As long as you shout me out, you can share that shit everywhere you want to.
It was big platforms, man. They had the one put on ESPN. Nobody said nothing.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck if you use it or not. Just shout me out.
Yeah, I know Manu
name in there.
Three stories from it.
Yeah, I want it. I want the shit to spread. You know what I mean?
No, I know, but I'm saying they wasn't like provided by.
They were doing the Michael Benson
chicken talk.
See, that's why you guys need to stop following Benson, though, man. All you guys, you retweet him and you go after him and just stop fucking paying him any mind.
I don't retweet him. I don't follow him. None of that shit.
What? I don't either. He just shows up on my timeline. I even tried to mute him just to keep him off my timeline.
Exactly.
I don't need. I mean, because I report all the shit he fucking tweets about. So I don't need to see it. But you know, dude like that is never gonna give credit. So don't fucking give him that energy.
Yeah, I mean, he fucking
if he's real.
I think Sequeeve said he's supposedly
he is real. I know he's real.
Some shit.
I can confirm Al Heyman is real more than I can confirm Michael Benson is real.
Exactly. So what's good today, Jake?
Yeah, man. No, it's a busy week. Like I said, Javante had the press conference in D.C., so that was, nice to see that get kicked off. Especially with the undercard, we finally got the answer. I know Hitman's been waiting for weeks for the return of Rashidi Ellis. So now we got the answer to that. Ryan Garcia is confirmed to fight Mercito Justa, is going to be in Austin, Texas. So those two pieces of the puzzle, as long as they come out unscathed, we should be getting them in April.
Cool.
That I mean, there's so much to look forward to in the beginning of 2023. That is like, I know the fight to save boxing is a corny tagline, but that is like the one fight that's going to generate the masses.
Yep.
So.
Yep.
As much as I'm looking forward to Caleb Plant and Benavidez, as much as I'm looking forward to Charlo, and although I think Charlo's going to smoke Zoo, any other fight on schedule, Ryan Garcia, Javante Davis, and Ryan Garcia is the one fight that has to happen in the first half of 2023.
Yeah, that's going to be the best fight.
Yep.
Good afternoon, boxing fans. How you guys doing?
We're good. I'm trying to cook this bacon as I speak.
Yeah, I'm cooking a pork roast.
Excuse me.
Rare weekend we're eating pork.
You hit a space last night, Jake? Or did you sleep?
I heard a little bit. I saw the back and forth with you and Red, and then I heard a little bit, and then I was like kind of fading. So I had to take a nap.
I didn't record that. That was just all organic.
Man, I missed the whole thing, but I heard everybody talking about it. So I tweeted you last night when I woke up, like, what happened?
Yeah. So
I've been hearing about that space all day.
You said
they said Left was cooking with hot grease.
Yeah, then I went to
sleep.
You
were arguing with someone.
Then I put my phone down and went to sleep. I don't know what time they said. Man, I woke up on the motherfucking floor next to my bed.
Oh man,
who was that guy you were arguing with?
I was drinking last night. I woke up on the floor next to my bed. I'm like, God, what the fuck?
Yeah. Who was that guy that you were arguing with?
That's Bud's trainer.
Yeah, Red Spikes, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
He's like the get shit done guy in Bud's camp.
I don't know. Hey, I saw the tweet
I'm coming to Omaha, and I'm gonna shove this motherfucking phone in Bud's face to get an interview. I told him.
Yeah, no, I don't know, because I saw the tweet exchange, and that dude was saying some stuff that I didn't think
we straightened it all out last night. Y'all had to listen to the space. If you missed it, then you missed a great one. But yeah, we straightened it all out last night. Yeah. Because a lot of things go around that a lot of everybody isn't familiar with, so we have to we have to educate each other. You know what I mean? Because there can be some things to be said about us as people, which a lot of times isn't true. But once we, straighten the situation out and talk to each other, educate each other, we're all good. That's all it was, really. Me and Red cool. Even though Red unfollowed me, blocked me, and made me unfollow him.
Oh, man.
I'm like, Red, why I ain't follow you no more?
Jake,
That was great. The
quick question.
reoccurring theme about your follow list. You would not let that go. High comedy, good stuff, Lefty.
Hell yeah.
Jake, who you got winning the Warrington fight?
Hold on, wait. Hold up. Undisputed, we got to get into the show. Then we going to do the questions after that. Because Jake got to go through, what you covering? Which one you covering today, Jake?
I'm stuck covering the Bud Show. So.
You covering what?
The Bud Show.
That's the only one?
Yeah. Ron Lewis is covering. He's our UK guy. He's covering Warrington. Luis Lopez. I will be watching that. That's actually the fight I'm most interested in watching this weekend. So I love that fight. I do want to see what Felix Cash looks like as long as he doesn't bleed to death. He's fighting Ammo Williams next. So Ammo, I had a really great conversation with him last week, and I don't know if anybody saw the clip, but Ammo actually kind of went at it with Darren Barker yesterday.
Yeah, he looked like he squared up on Barker.
He did. So Barker, I thought, look, I get his role is just to kind of be there. He's a matchroom guy. He needs to come back and apologize for the way he approached that. He was very, very unprofessional.
That was a viral exchange, though. He squared up on Barker like
he sure did. Yeah, he's like, I don't give a fuck if you were former middleweight champ. I don't even know if he knew who he was. But to his credit, he was calm, man. He turned around. He's like, you're not gonna talk to me that way, and we handled it all with a smile, man. I thought Ammo handled it terrific, and
I did too.
It's for guys like Ammo, it works to his advantage to be with a company like Matchroom because they see something in these domestic fighters that just isn't there. So, Felix Cash is the type of guy that Ammo's going to get up for, and that's going to be a great opportunity for him.
Yes, it is.
Yes, so that's that show is I know everyone tweets about Ebony Bridges weigh in or whatever, so she's fighting today too. So there's a little bit of everything on that show in Leeds.
Williams versus Cash and Martin versus Rivera are the type of fights that we need more of.
Yeah, exactly.
Are the type of fights we need more of.
It's funny you mentioned Martin Rivera because starting to get to the year end of the war season, and it came up last week, like when Diego Pacheco was fighting. I kept saying like he's in my list of prospect of the year candidates, and I'm thinking of a guy like Frank Martin. Like, is he still a prospect if he beats Michel Rivera? Like, do we count him as like the prospect of the year? Because that'll be his third.
I think he's a contender. At that point,
exactly. That's where I'm kind of at too. So like, does he move past the prospect list and we don't get to award him? So, but I do. I mean, I love those type of crossroads fights. So.
We need a rookie of the year, which the guy's first year fighting, and a prospect of the year, which should be two different things.
Yeah, I agree 100%. Yeah, especially now because guys are just being, they're either being slow rolled or they're just, being quickly advanced.
Yeah,
that line got blurred a long time. Really, I mean, with Lomachenko, that like, when he came out, it was, going for your world title in your second fight, the line just gets blurred right away.
Yeah. And what's my man name? I can never pronounce his name. Begin with an M. He's a writer for Boxing City.
Oh, Manuk.
Yeah, Manuk. Yeah, shout out to Manuk.
Yeah,
writing articles on there.
He wrote like at least 3 or 4 stories on that on that tank space.
Yeah. Yep. He hit me up before he wrote an article. Sure, it was cool to use the things.
Okay, good.
Shout out to Manuk.
Yeah.
Big shout out. Yeah. And the first show you got Ebony Bridges versus what's the other girl name?
Shannon O'Connell. Yeah, Shannon O'Connell, Australian battle. Yeah.
Which she's really a better fighter.
Shannon.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's on a win streak. She's come up short every time she's fought for a title. But Ebony Bridges' career is weird. It's like, because I don't dislike her. I just don't care for her. But she has yet to fight an opponent where I want to root against Ebony Bridges. Like, this chick, Shannon Courtney, like, all I see is just these white privileged women who I just don't get it. Like, I don't know how else to describe it. I just have a hard time rooting for any of those fights. I just don't care what happens in them. I really wanted Ebony Bridges and Jamie Mitchell to fight, but Matchroom never provided Jamie that opportunity, and now she lost the belt. And then they just signed Nina Hughes, who beat Jamie Mitchell last week. So I would like to see Nina fight and beat Ebony Bridges. But
I was really surprised to learn that they're 75 years old combined.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Ebony's, I think, 36. I know the other, Shannon O'Connell, I think she's 39, going on 40. So, yeah.
Damn, I didn't know that.
Jamie got like a 15-year-old son.
I think Jamie's 38, right?
Yeah, Jamie close to 40.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so Nina Hughes, who she just beat, I think she's 40. So,
and then the main event is Lopez versus Warrington.
Yeah, so the odds came way down. I just wrote that story yesterday where Lopez, I think, is all the way down to like plus 100, so he's like damn near even money. Warrington is a very low favorite. And good, I mean, those odds started way too high. So Lopez has always been viewed as a very live underdog. Yeah.
He's more seasoned than Bronco Lara, right?
I would definitely say so. And he's a lot more polished too.
Yeah.
But I gotta say, and Rob Tebbett, my man Rob, he tweeted this out too. Josh Warrington has a pretty fucking boss resume at featherweight.
Yeah, the best.
Regardless of what you think, that dude has fought pretty much
everybody that he could. Everybody that wanted to fight him, he fought.
So people, talking, he's ducking his third fight. Well, let's say, okay, well, fine, he's ducking a third fight, but he already fucking fought the guy twice. And he fought him immediately after getting knocked. Well, stop.
And not only that, ain't nobody else at featherweight fought Lara since.
Exactly.
So I mean, why you gonna slander my man that actually took the fight? Yeah. Where everybody else ain't even fought the nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah. No, I got all the respect in the world for Joshua Warrington. I don't know if he survives today, but if he does, then obviously Eddie's gearing up to have him fight Leigh Wood, who we know damn well is not going to fight Leo Santa Cruz next. But we'll get more on that on Monday when the purse bid comes, if it comes.
Oh, so they're still going through with the purse bid?
It is scheduled for Monday. I have a feeling one side or the other is just going to finally pull out. I told both sides, look, I said, you think the fight is worth it? If Eddie thinks it's worth it to put that fight in Nottingham, then just make sure you completely outbid TGB and force Leo to travel to the UK if he really wants it.
Exactly.
If you want to find out that Leigh Wood can't travel to the US, TGB has all the motivation in the world to win that purse bid, and then find out he can't travel. This way, one or the other finally gets stripped. Exactly. And they can just both move on with each other. Because it's literally been over a year.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's enough of this shit. And it's not the type of fight. This is not a fight that needs this kind of build-up.
Exactly.
This is a fight that should have just happened a long time ago and get out of the way.
Exactly. So. Exactly. And also the Ortiz Stanionis purse bid is Tuesday, correct?
That is Monday, yeah.
Monday. I'm sorry.
December 12th. And, man, I don't know what happened there. That went from both sides are ready to talk to, as of Thursday, neither side seems to think that fight's even going to happen, even though it's mandated. So that was like, I couldn't be more let down with the lack of progress on that one.
Well, we'll see. We will be talking to Stanionis Tuesday, December 13th at 2 p.m.
Okay.
Because he's in Lithuania, so the time difference, he's 7 hours ahead, so it's going to be like 2 p.m. our time. Yeah. 2 p.m. East Coast time. I was space will interview, so we'll know everything following the day after the first bid.
Yeah, because Golden Boy, like they're at the point they have to get Vergil back in the ring. I mean, they really wanted him to fight December 17th. He was supposed to headline this final show of the year. They don't want him going more than 5 or 6 months at a time. His last fight was literally a year in between fights, so they can't have him that inactive again.
Yeah, because he only had one fight this year,
right? Yeah, he got hurt. Granted, not hurt. He got sick. Had to pull out of the fight in March, and then he came back in August. They were trying to push for him to get, because they owed the Zone one more date this year. So that was, the December 17th show. They were trying to get him to headline that. They were going to bring it to Texas. But then, he said, no, I want the Stanionis fight. So that's why we're getting the card we're getting next week. And then hopefully we get Stanionis. Hopefully the first bid motivates both sides to realize this is the fight that you both need to take.
Yes, we need that fight.
Yeah.
We
need a big fight at welterweight.
Yep. Get the division one.
Yeah.
What else we got? Teo versus Sandor Martin. Now what's going on with my man Miss Weight? I just saw it on the undercard.
Oh, Jahai Tucker, I know Miss Weight.
Yeah.
He's a grown boy, You're not gonna get me to slander Long Island fighters, but it's not good to miss weight that early. But I mean, I guess you realize, where you got to compete at as a prospect. You start pro, you want to compete as light as possible to kind of dominate until you outgrow that division. He's clearly outgrown it way too quickly.
Yeah. For a prospect to be missing weight this early,
and he missed by a lot. He missed by more than 3 pounds.
Yeah.
But again, that's I've gone way overboard in trashing Long Island fighters, so I'm going to stop right
Good
there.
afternoon, my brothers.
What's up,
Mr. Lefty and Mr. Jake Donovan, the ambassador of boxing. How you doing today?
Yeah, I'm doing well. How about yourself?
Can we please talk about Ebony Bridges?
Oh,
baby. Oh, baby. Listen, that was a nice outfit. I told y'all the weight is the best part of women's boxing. Nobody believed me. And she had it all hanging out.
Yeah.
I'll be honest with you. I saved that video.
Yeah. I will say the odd plot twist was after always saying, I'm a teacher, I'm never going to go the OnlyFans route. Now she's all the way in with OnlyFans. And I think she's charging like $30 a month, if I'm not mistaken.
And how much will we have to contribute to your Cash App to get you to post some content for us?
That is zero. She is not worth half my shit. And I'll tell you that right now. My wife is finer than that. So.
Hey, talk that talk, Jake.
I mean, as long as they're, I'm pretty sure there's a lot of guys out there that's willing to pay for that.
Someone said this yesterday, but I like the women in boxing. It's like they know to go this right. It's like she's charging that much. I think Alejandro Jimenez is charging like $20 a month. I think it was right in tweeting like
Wait, you talking about the dude that fought Franchon?
No. I messed up the name. No, she's a reporter. She used to be married to.
Adriana Jimenez.
Oh, what did I'm sorry. Yeah.
You said Alejandro. I'm like, that's the one that looked like Sergio Martinez.
Right. So anyway, yeah, she's gone to OnlyFans about Michelle Phelps, Avril Lavigne. So they're finding this revenue stream. So, but
but Michelle Phelps only talking about aliens and shit.
Whatever the case.
So I heard.
Right. Whatever the case, though, they found a revenue stream that they're able to make money, maybe even more money than off boxing. So. Good for them.
True.
Hey,
Derek Chisora has an OnlyFans account. I just got a press release the other day. Like they were asking if I was interested in the story. He's now he's going to average about $1 million a month off his OnlyFans account. I think Malik Scott had one, if he doesn't still have one. So
yeah, he does have one, and it's if you look at his Instagram, I can only imagine what's on OnlyFans. Yeah, I'll say that.
Yeah, Malik is all right though.
But shout out to that boxing chick Lily. She was the original OnlyFans person.
Yeah, she was
on boxing Twitter. She was good at what she did.
Yeah,
she was out there getting rammed. We liked it.
Hey! You got to lighten up on that weed word.
Matt, did you put my bets in?
Oh, I got to do that now. Thanks for reminding me.
Yeah, okay. See.
All right. I think we exhausted this topic.
I just logged on. It is $30, and Matt, you got 60% off until December 11th. That's tomorrow.
Well, listen, I just want to know if she's completely naked. If she's completely naked, I might sign up.
Well, I'm not paying, man. You got to do that yourself.
Yeah, you're gonna.
Damn, Lefty, hey, man, y'all handling it in the DMs, bro.
They have to. Think about OnlyFans. You got to post like a little teaser so people can, to get people to buy it, because nobody want to buy that shit and then they look it up and you in a bikini. But
yeah, at least Paige Van Zandt, she's completely naked.
Yeah.
So I heard.
Now, what about Sandor Martin and Teofimo Lopez? This seems like a what do you call it? Trap fight.
A trap fight, yeah. Mikey found that out the hard way. I'd like to believe that Teofimo Lopez is still a lot further in his career than where Mikey was last year. Mikey, even at his best, always seemed like his heart was never 100% into boxing. He was just that good at boxing.
Yeah.
But that turned out to be the fight we found. Okay, this dude just doesn't want to box anymore. So I just don't know if Sandor Martin is that good, or we still don't know what to make of Teofimo Lopez as a junior welterweight. He looked. He had to shake off a lot of rust and a lot of, mental distractions, going into that. The last fight he had in August, he eventually got the knockout win. So hopefully this quick turnaround does him better. If he's anywhere near his best, I think he should handle Sandor Martin. I don't know if he's going to stop him, but he should take care of business and then move on to whatever opportunity he wants to move on to, at some point early next year.
Yeah, but what is it planned for him after this fight? Is it Josh Taylor or?
All right. So originally, when this fight was booked, Josh Taylor was supposed to fight Jack Catterall on November 26th. Then that got pushed back due to lack of venue availability. So then the new date, I think they were going to try to do January. Then it got pushed back to February. Then the Chris Eubank Liam Smith fight got announced for January 21st. So both of those are going to be on like Sky Sports pay-per-view. They didn't want to do two pay-per-views back to back like that. So now Josh Taylor is moved back to, I think, March. And where I'm going with this is, like, the further his fight moves out, that pushes Teofimo's timeline. If he wants to get back in the ring, now he's got to wait And, you know, instead of going straight into a Josh Taylor fight, now he's got to wait 3 months for that fight to happen and then hope Josh Taylor wins. Because if Jack Catterall wins, I don't know if he's going to go after that fight. You know, it would still be for a title, but a Josh Taylor fight obviously is a much bigger payday and a much more sellable fight.
I mean, well, shit, he could fight Barboza.
He could. Barboza is going to be fighting Jose Pedraza on the undercard of Oscar Valdez and Emmanuel Navarrete.
Oh, okay.
I think Carpenter just reported that fight was done. So the spirit beef where Rick Rigian keeps going after Teofimo, and Teofimo's side is like they're not going to be as motivated to give his fighters a payday until they absolutely have to. So, I like Rick. I have a great relationship with him. I would like to see him tone it down on that front. But I know this fight is like a second eliminator. So he would also have to wait out Regis Prograis and Jose Ramirez. I've heard very conflicting information on that. There was some people talking about Ramirez might not go after it, but Rick seems to suggest that's absolutely going to be, Regis's next fight. That Jose is not walking away from that one. So, Teofimo, I wanted to see Teofimo maybe, revisit Jose Pedraza, but obviously with him fighting Barboza, that's the problem. Like all these guys keep fighting each other. So eventually you run out of opponents to face real quick.
Do you really want to see Teo fight Jose Pedraza?
It's not that I want to see him fight, but if he has to take an interim fight, that wouldn't be a terrible one. I'd rather see him fight Josh Taylor. I'd rather see him fight the winner of Prograis Ramirez, but I don't want to see him wait 8 months and not get a fight in between then. But to get to those guys.
Arnold Barboza be the fight today?
I just explained that.
He's taking a fight instead of not being busy, instead of not just sitting.
So technically they took it, the selling point is that it's a second eliminator. So the worst case scenario is that the winner will be guaranteed a title shot. But for Teofimo, like I said, it was a fight that was supposed to bridge the gap to get to Josh Taylor. And plus, the longer he keeps guys like Barboza waiting, he continues to stick it to Rick Meridian by not fighting any of those guys.
What's going on with Josh Taylor? When his fight happens, he'll be out of the ring for over a year, right?
Yeah, both of them, because they haven't fought since February 25th,
February 26th.
Yeah, so that'll be more than a year. So, yeah, and again, it's really no fault of either one. It's just like I said, it was lack of venue. Then it's just not wanting pay-per-views to conflict. I don't understand why they wedged Eubank Smith in there if they already knew Taylor Catterall was supposed to happen that weekend. That just seemed weird. It's like I don't like if you had to switch one fight or the other. Like Taylor or Catterall should be the priority. So
yeah, true.
It's unfortunate. So because Josh has been with his new trainer for a minute, so it's been since. I know it was well before he announced it. I knew he was with Joe McNally, which weirdly is the same trainer as Liam Smith. So it's it'd be beneficial for both of those guys to fight someone on the same timeline.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Look, I don't know the UK market. I'd have to imagine a Josh Taylor fight is more sellable than a Chris Eubank, Liam Smith fight. But
okay.
I'm not the one.
Are you in Florida, Jake?
I am not in Florida. I'll be there Sunday night.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're not in Omaha either. I thought you was going on.
I was gonna. That's just too much travel.
Too much traveling.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jake,
so wait, Undisputed.
Sorry.
Listen. This is how we go. We let Jake talk and then we take the questions. We go through the fights for the day, then we take 2 questions. So Jake, the other fight for this week is for today is Terence Crawford versus David Avaneysan.
Yes.
Make me co-host, Lefty. I'll take care of this.
Anyway.
Yeah. So they're here. That was, we said it weeks ago. Like getting this fight in the books would be their win because we know it's not going to make any kind of money. I know they sold whatever tickets they sold. It looks like there's quite a few tickets left on the secondary market. So I'm curious to see what kind of crowd shows up tonight. But I will say the whole fight week, it just kind of felt like watching a Don King event. So there's a lot to work out if they're going to stay in the boxing business, and apparently they are. They're going to be announcing their second show sometime today. I believe they're supposed to have a press conference for the return of AB.
Broner versus Red Cat. Is that going to be here in Cincinnati?
We're going to find that out today.
Hey, if it's in Cincinnati, we all supporting BLK Prime. Make sure y'all come to Cincinnati. We're going to have a very
what?
That's why I hate using this fucking phone because people be calling and shit.
Yeah.
Do not disturb.
Well, that shit don't work.
It doesn't.
Okay.
My wife always finds a way around it.
Yeah, always. That shit does not work whatsoever.
Turn off repeated calls. Jesus Christ.
Whatever, man. Matter of fact, I had to go. Matter of fact, I had to go to CVS to get a charger for the iPhone today, which is still charging up. That's why I'm on this raggedy ass phone. I need to use your discount because they charge motherfuckers $16 for a goddamn charger.
Yeah, man.
Damn.
First I had to teach you how to get rid of alerts, and now I'm gonna have to teach you how to get rid of do not disturb. It's crazy.
I should have stole this goddamn charger because this is ridiculous. I should have went right to self checkout and put that motherfucker right in my pocket. But all right, you see the Detroit player on the card, man, with the vest and the hat.
No, who was that?
James Ballard.
Oh, okay, that's right. He is from Detroit. Yeah, that's right. He was talking quite a bit. He was the one. He's fighting Steve Nelson, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. They've been talking the most this week, actually. So.
Yeah. At light heavyweight.
Yeah, that's. And I don't know. Look, I admit I don't know much about James Ballard. That seems like the type of fight that would have the best potential for an upset.
Then you got Chris Cyborg versus Boosie Badass. And the main event, Martin and Crawford versus Mr. Avaneysan.
Yeah, and then of course you got Jeremiah Milton against the 387-pound Juan Callum.
Oh yeah.
I know. Can't leave out Matt. Matt's big, beefy heavyweights.
Yeah. But so what's your prediction for the Crawford fight? Stoppage, distance?
Yeah, I think it's. I'm gonna say he's gonna stop him 7-8 rounds. Avaneysan knows he has to jump out quick. Bud is not a quick start. That's probably gonna be his only chance, just to jump on him early and just to keep applying pressure all night. But Bud, he always finds a way to turn it around, and once he does, usually there's no looking back. So, I happen to think it'll be a little bit more competitive. So, I think Avaneysan is going to have his moments, but it'll turn it around and stop him somewhere around the 7th round.
Well, Avaneysan, to his credit, he has been training because he had a fight scheduled previously before that, so he was already in training camp. So it's not like he's taking this on short notice. So, maybe go in there and give him some rounds, but no, he's not doing this.
Yeah, because it was like literally at the midway point of his training. He was training in one place, then he went to the day he got to his training camp, to finish up. That's when he got the call saying, "Hey, do you want to fight Terrence Crawford?" Of course, he said yes. So it was a matter of all the guys that were going to bring into the farm. They had to tell him thanks. We got to get some guys that more resemble Bud Crawford than John Miguez. So.
Okay.
Oh, Lefty, you love this. I got 2 dogs chasing me.
Is it a pit bull?
No, they're not pit bulls.
Okay. All right. We can open up the question portion.
Okay. I'm sorry, man.
Go ahead, BB.
Okay. So, 2 questions. Do you have an update on the return of 4-weight world champion Leo Santa Cruz and a date for Ray Vargas versus O'Shaquie Foster?
I've been told that Ray Vargas O'Shaquie Foster is supposed to happen on one of these PBC shows in January. Obviously, the January 7th card is filled out. So I'm guessing it's going to be January 28th on the Charlo Zoo card, which would be the most stacked Showtime card we've seen in quite some time. So that's all. As far as Leo, I believe we're going to finally get closure on Monday, one way or the other. If this fight goes to first bid, then we know he's fighting Leigh Wood next until one of them pulls out. Otherwise, one or the other is going to have to give up the title, and if the WBA is not happy with it, they claim they're going to strip both of them. So it seems like to me, Matchroom is waiting out Leo. They are convinced he's not returning to featherweight. I don't necessarily agree with the approach they're taking, but they have to allow the purse bid process to play out. But they already seem to be making plans for Leigh Wood. So there's nothing on the Leo Santa Cruz side. I've casually heard that Mark Magsayo was, floated as a possible opponent, but that would be Leo keeping his title at 126. Otherwise, that's like, why would you make a non-title fight like that?
Yeah, man.
Especially for Leo, who hasn't fought a featherweight in 4 years.
Yeah, but that will be. Mark Sayo has the WBC, correct?
He had the WBC to Ray Vargas.
Oh yeah.
Right.
And so Ray Vargas is moving up. So is the WBC vacant or?
So Stephen Fulton and Brandon Figueroa are fighting for the. If I have it right, they're fighting for the interim title, and then there's another fight behind that, and then if Ray Vargas doesn't return, the winner of that 4-man box off whatever will be the WBC featherweight champ. So, but Fulton, I'm kind of hoping it's a one-off because Inoue is moving up to 122 after this fight. And I'm actually hearing I don't know how true it is. Supposedly he is struggling a little bit to make weight. So it seems like he's primed and ready to go to 122. So hopefully, Fulton gets past Brandon.
Paul Butler for the upset.
He seems to believe so, man. And I interviewed both of them. Paul Butler is highly motivated for this fight.
He's highly motivated till he get hit. Everybody got a plan until he get punched in the face, like Tyson.
Yeah, well, he did say the same thing.
Stop it. The only way Paul Butler wins this fight is if he turns into all the Pauls in history. Turn into Paul Bearer, call him the Undertaker. That's the only way he's winning. Stop it.
All right, get this guy out of here.
Come on, man. It's good energy.
KP, you had a question?
I was going to ask basically what Vivi asked, but I do have another question for you, Jake.
Yes, sir.
So, are you going to be covering the card on February 4th? Will you be there? Because I would be disappointed if you are not there. You know what?
You talking about Serrano and Cruz?
Yes.
Yes, I will be at that. I'll absolutely be at that one. I'll be Amanda Serrano and Erica Cruz.
And Alicia Baumgartner.
Yeah, Alicia Baumgartner.
And so, do you think there's already a deal made in for the rematch with Taylor? Do you think it's basically a done deal, or there's still stuff to be worked out?
Eddie made it seem like he wants to sign Serrano to a 2-fight deal, which I don't see as being a problem as long as the money attached to the Taylor rematch is what the Serrano camp expects. But they pushed for the Erica Cruz fight, and they wanted it as early as possible to get to Katie Taylor. They've said that explicitly. They didn't want any excuses to where hearing, well, Katie's got to fight in April or May. They wanted this fight as early as possible and then return. So they absolutely want those 2 fights, but the money obviously has to be right for those 2 fights, which there's a shitload of money that will be available for a Katie Taylor rematch in Dublin.
Hello?
Yeah, can everybody hear me?
Okay, yeah.
Thank you, Jake.
My bad. Let me give y'all a tip. If you make a breakfast and you cook bacon in the pan, once you cook the bacon and take it out, rinse it out. Don't wash it. Just rinse it out and cook your eggs in the pan, the same pan. It gives it so much flavor.
Why not just use the oil?
Like that, Lefty. It's all right.
Why not just use the bacon oil?
No, that's you using the bacon oil residue.
Yeah, but why are you rinsing it out?
Because it's too much oil. Too much oil. No, I cook motherfucking 15 strips of bacon at once.
Lefty,
This ain't regular.
How much oil are you using?
Whoa.
Boxing vibe. What's good?
That nigga changed the subject quick.
Have you ran into any bears?
No, I saw a video of one on the internet walking upright though, but I haven't seen any in person.
Okay, cool. Stay safe out there.
So Austin Trout fought last night. He won. Yes. Hooray! Yes. What's the status with his lawsuit? And is he going to force his way into a title shot or a title being stripped or anything like that?
I don't know the status of the lawsuit. I thought he was going the BKFC route, though. He
had gloves on last night. I thought he was going to be bare knuckle as well.
No, I know his fight last night was a real fight, but he did sign a deal with BKFC, so I thought that was the route he's going to go next.
So do you think because he has been getting favorable rulings in that lawsuit, do you think he's probably just going to take a cash settlement and fuck off?
Yes, I do. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if fuck off is the right term, but I don't know if he'll ever fight for a title ever again.
Yeah, but I mean, I just see him with this weird way in, sort of like a Manuel Char situation.
All right. That's enough out of you. Who's next?
All right. I like this shit.
Hitman, your question?
Wait a minute. We about to get Jermel versus... I ain't know I need that rematch.
Oh, man.
No, but what's going on, Jake? Hope y'all...
Not much. Hey, and to your point, though, look, Austin Trout is one of the... He was actually competitive with both of them. So.
Oh, yeah. Hell yeah.
My man Austin, my former... used to work together, so...
I just don't want to see what would happen if they fought now.
Absolutely. That's what I'm saying. I don't want to hear anything about Austin Trout making his way back to the title level. I got too much respect for him. Go ahead. What's up, man?
We got one brother up out the way. Is there any word on when Maul will be fighting and who it could be?
He said February. I would have to have Showtime schedule immediately announced to confirm that he is. I like the fact that, Demetrius handed his way over to PBC. It was a move he should have made a long time ago. I'm still, at the risk of going all Chris Mannix, I am convinced that will be a fight in 2023. Unless Andrade is just going to hold out for the winner of Caleb Plant and Benavidez. But I also don't see, unless Charlo moves up from middleweight, I don't see how he gets out of fighting Carlos Adames.
Got you.
That will have to be explained to me. Like I said, there's no. I understand if they owe a fight to Solecki, but the WBC would have no justification to allow him a voluntary at this point. He's been out of the ring. This is now 18 months. It's going to be 20, 21 months by the time he gets back in the ring. And Adames very clearly wants to fight him. So I just don't see any justification for that fight not happening next.
All right. Thanks, Jake.
You got it. Thank you. And congratulations on Rashid to get back in the ring.
Oh, yeah, man. That's great to see.
I was happy when I saw him on that dais. I was thinking of you.
I'll just tell you this, Jake. From what I heard, him and Demetrius Andrade are two very, very happy people at this point.
Yeah, absolutely. No doubt.
Steven, you had a question?
Did you just refer to me by my government name?
Yes.
Yeah, no, I did have a question, but Hitman asked my question. I was interested in Jamal Charlo.
Okay. Ole, you have a question?
Oh, boy.
Ole.
Hola.
I have a question for Ole. Why do you tag me in them goddamn pictures? I be wondering who these people are talking to me, and I have no idea what's going on. I open up my phone, it's like fucking a million mentions.
You like my Kid and Play reference, Jake?
Yes, I do. made me want to grow my hair back.
Okay. What else we got? Who else had a
why does Ole always run when Lefty asks him a question?
Huh?
Why does Ole always leave when you ask him a question?
I have no idea. Maybe he just want to sit up. I have no idea.
You just want to hear your voice.
I can only imagine what questions he wants to ask me because I do have an answer for pretty much all of them. So.
Probably something about Manny Pacquiao or Casemiro.
I mean, he's going to ask you about Jason, Vason, and Donnie Nietes.
Okay.
I don't know.
Now, did Verdejo's co-D turn state's evidence against him? Because why did they plead out, but Verdejo didn't?
So the way the original language was saying they had a witness, that was always my understanding, that he was going on trial for his case, but that he was cooperating with the feds. So I still don't understand why Verdejo has not caught a deal all this time. So
maybe they haven't offered him one. Maybe they want to make an example out of him.
Yeah, I know they were pushing for capital punishment at one point. Then they backed off that. So now he's going to be serving a maximum of 99 years in prison. But I don't know what he thinks he's getting out of it. I mean, he can't even afford the attorney that he has. So it's
top rate don't pay.
Well, he ran through all his money, right?
Fighting the capital murder case. Period. You run through a lot of money.
Yeah. Well, I mean, fortunately, it's not a capital murder case anymore. But
well, just so you guys know, if I'm ever arrested for a crime, I will not do the time. I will snitch. I will turn evidence against whoever I got to turn evidence again.
Yeah. You gonna do a TI?
Yes.
What's up, Marquise?
That's going Nino Brown.
What's going on, guys? Now, I'm late to the table here, but just wanted to ask, do you have any confirmation on where's Valdez fight's going to be in Phoenix?
Yeah, same where we were last week.
Okay.
Yep, I reported that the other day. Desert Diamond Arena, February 3rd.
Okay.
Friday night.
Got it.
Friday night.
Hopefully they won't have any more of those god-awful hot dogs. My lord.
Oh, yeah, that was pretty brutal. Yeah, I got to say, man, I got a lot of love. I got more love than most people from the Matchroom family, but that media, that media didn't just not cut it.
Fucking atrocious. But yeah.
Wait, what did they serve? Glizzy?
So with Matchroom fight,
Glizzy's in a Coke.
Same thing. You get a meal ticket. You get a hot dog and then a beverage of your choice.
Well, what's wrong with that?
The hot dog with the bun.
That hot dog was waiting on us, motherfucker. Come on, man.
I don't know what meat was in that hot dog, but it's the reason why I don't eat hot dogs.
It was mechanically separated chicken and pork.
I don't know what it was.
Nah, that hot dog was paler than me without any lotion on, man. This shit was no good.
Nah.
You talking about last week at the Chocolatito show?
Yeah, Chocolatito.
Yeah.
Yeah, fortunately, so Cliff was seated right next to me in press row, and he ordered nachos, so I got that pretty much wound up being my dinner.
Smart man.
Was it nachos? Was it nachos or was it chips and cheese?
Jake,
it was chips.
You and Cliff was eating from the same plate. Bro, we gotta talk, Jake. We gotta talk.
I just want to say I did not witness that event occur. So yeah.
Did you see? Jake, were you there for
yeah, Trill gave me the. Yeah, we talked about it after that. I did not see it live, but.
So you did not see J-Ro getting pumped?
It didn't happen. I was there. No, it didn't happen.
Jake, who saw you? Look, if they start fighting, was you gonna jump in and help?
Would I jump in and help who?
Trill and J-Ro.
Yeah, of course. Okay. I blocked and unfollowed that dude. Fuck that dude.
Yeah.
I don't even remember his name, but whatever. Man. Oh, FOC.
I don't know. The fucker got a picture in the back of my head. So, yeah.
I mean, why you would pay a ticket and then fucking just go there for no other purpose than roll up on someone? Come on.
Well, Jake, my thinking is if you're going to fight, why are you fighting on the floor? You fight the noses like everybody else. What are you doing?
Right into the bathroom. You go fight.
J-Ro had floor seats.
He did.
Yeah, he was next to all the bathroom folks.
J-Ro getting money.
Yep.
I guess his son finally paid him back.
KO tickets, man. KO tickets.
Matt, you need to stop.
All right.
I'm sorry.
James Bell Jr., do you have a question? Mr. James Bell Jr., do you have a question?
Yo. Why are you calling folks government names, man? That's
that's foul.
JBZ.
What's good, man? I just want to make a comment on what Jake said in reference to J-Roll and Trill. So does that mean he's like C Murder? He's like, I ride with no limit. I'm down with no limit. I ride for the cause. All right, bet.
Now you know damn well Jake Donovan does not know C Murder. Jake's hip hop is he don't know that C Murder shit.
Jake's not to the game?
No, Jake is New York hip hop.
KRS-One.
After Bambaataa.
He's Curtis Blow.
Kumo D. You got when Jake hears something for hip hop song, Jake, you gotta go. That's Jake. That's
you and Matt.
Hey, Jake will start dancing when he hear.
Hey, put your hands in the air if you hear what I say.
Shout out to Jedi Montrix.
Oh, whoever that is.
That's the guy who wrote a diss record towards you.
Towards who?
Towards you, the one that was arguing with you. The black Italian.
Vinny Paz.
Take care, Muslim. Jake, so what's the latest on the Cala plant and Benavides? Did Jake disappear?
He might have, but I'll answer the question for you.
No, my mic was off. March. I thought it was going to be MGM. I noticed every date that TGB had on hold for MGM Grand is no longer on schedule. And obviously we saw with Charlo and Zoo that's taking place at the Michelob Ultra Arena, which used to be, Mandalay Bay, whatever, event center. I thought it was going to be Vegas. I talked to actually Papa Jose last week because he has Diego Pacheco. He suggested AT&T Stadium. He said, for all the shit that Caleb Plant is asking for, he's like, just give us the biggest stadium so Caleb can have as much room to run around. So they honestly, they're at the point. They're just like, just give us the date and the place. We don't care anymore. Just whatever he wants, let him have it. So I'd like to hear Caleb's side, but that's up to him.
So they don't have a venue yet?
I'm sure they do. They just haven't revealed it. But.
They said like early March, right?
So and now here's the thing. Caleb is saying March. Benavides' team thinks it's April, but obviously they're not going to walk away if it's March. But yeah, a lot of disinformation out there so far.
Well,
I always thought
I hope it's March 11th.
I always thought it was March 18th in Vegas.
Excuse me. I heard Caleb requested February 31st.
Did you vote for the Hall of Fame, Jake?
Yes. Yeah.
Did your guys get in?
3 of them, yes.
Oh, you voted for more than 3?
I voted for Bradley, voted for Frotch, voted for Rafael Marquez. Who else did I vote for? I voted for Ponce Fleck, Wanjicom, and I voted for Israel Vasquez. I wanted to see Marquez and Vasquez.
So how did you not vote for Chico? Wow. Unbelievable.
Wait a minute, now I'm trying to remember if I voted for Fox. You're right, because I did vote for Chico. Oh, you know what? I did not. I'm sorry, I did not vote for Vasquez this year.
Who was that woman that got it? Is she like related to Amanda Serrano?
No, she's Mexican.
Oh.
Yeah, Laura Serrano and Alicia Ashley.
Who are they?
They are fighters from the
90s. Okay, we got that. But like, what's their significance? I never heard of them.
I don't know if Alicia Ashley. I was glad she was in. She deserves to be in. Laura Serrano is just kind of I don't know, old school fighter.
A nobody. Yeah.
I'm not gonna say nobody, but I mean, we're gonna see a better class of women boxers getting in eventually. But
is Ann Wolf in already?
Yeah, Ann Wolf is in.
Yeah, that was the last class.
Is Holly Holm in?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. I voted for her the first. I think she went in the second.
Well, the Holly Holm and Ann Wolf was part of that three-year class. So
yeah, I voted for them. I voted for both of them the first year. But yeah, they're in. Christy Martin's in. Leih's in. So there's a lot of
Leigh in.
Yeah.
Oh, trash.
See, that is why I went to the Hall of Fame ceremony this year, because all of those fighters were in.
Yeah.
Floyd was in. Ward.
Yeah,
Tony,
you know what? I missed
Jones.
a big opportunity. I didn't realize it was that many people going in. Yeah. On that date, that was the greatest class ever.
Yeah, but they had since they had postponed the previous two, so.
Yeah, that was great. I wish I wouldn't think about that.
The ones I went to, they were on the Hall of Fame grounds, but I knew with 3 classes, there was no way that little itty bitty place was going to fit them all. So they wound up having it down at Turning Stone, which is one exit away from the Hall of Fame.
Well, I would be there when they induct the bomb spot. It'll be my first trip to the Hall.
Yep.
Go ahead, baby.
When can the people expect the return of the Cuban prodigy Robeisy Ramirez?
His fight should be coming up. I'm going to say first quarter of 2023.
Is there an opponent floating around?
I had one. I did hear one. I don't have it off the top of my head, but he's going to be someone. They're moving him towards featherweight titles.
Yeah,
very quick.
Yeah, Jake. I thought it was going to be WBO against Dog Bay.
So did Navarrete vacate the title, or he's holding it?
No, Navarrete is entitled to hold on to the title until after the Valdez fight. And
but that's for a vacant title, correct?
That's for the vacant one. Yeah, that's for Shakur's vacant title. Okay. So if Navarrete wins, then he'll have 10 days to decide whether or not to keep the 130 title or drop back down to 126. So to answer the other question, that could be what's holding up Robeisy Ramirez and Isaac Dogboy. That why make that an eliminator if it could be for for the vacant title.
So they're not rescheduling Robeisy against Jesse Magdaleno?
I don't believe so. Yeah, Magdaleno is, I don't know what to make of his career, but
I don't think
it's because he did, but he's made several strange decisions already where he's not on top rank's favorable list right now.
Didn't Magdaleno pass on a world title shot with
Navarrete?
Yeah.
Yeah, where the WBO said they contacted him, they never heard back, and then Magdaleno wound up calling me out. I didn't go to the WBO, but he hasn't done shit since then. So.
Maybe he had. Go ahead, Boxing Bot.
You hear any more about the next Pascal fight?
Yeah, I reported on it, I believe, last week, right before I went to Phoenix. He's fighting February 9th in his hometown, in Laval, Quebec, Canada.
Oh, so no Toronto fight? Because you alluded to that about a month ago.
Originally, it was January. They were looking at some January date in Toronto, and then it wound up changing to his hometown. So that same venue is there's a rescheduled fight between Kim Clavel and Jessica Neri Plata. So that same venue is going to host 2 events within a 12-week span.
All right, thanks.
You have anything?
Yeah.
I started to cut this show down to an hour because I got to upload on YouTube now. And the program I use only gives me a certain amount of minutes per month. Okay, so I'm on the cheap pricing plan. So maybe an hour and a half no more. But if anybody have any other questions,
oh my God.
Well, I'm just saying, nigga, I gotta save some money. It's Christmas.
Jesus.
Yeah.
You should sell pit bulls.
I'm on a $38 a month plan. Okay,
You can't
January
upload
come
it
around, we can do an
fast.
hour and a half show. But as for now, Go ahead, BB.
I have one last fighter to inquire about. Ruben Villa, where is he?
That's a good question. I was asking about him. I've not heard any real updates on him.
VV,
I wish I had
ass kicked.
Who? VV gonna get his ass kicked.
Like I said, I'm gonna set that fight up for 2023.
I'm gonna be the special guest referee for Ryan versus Tank.
So, Jake, you got anything you want to leave us with?
Let's see. Shitload of fights tonight. No, not really. I mean, yeah.
The Secret Santa is off because not enough people contacted me. So I'm not even gonna stress it because y'all bullshitting. So
hey man, you might have some freaks, man. You might have some shit in their Amazon basket. They don't want nobody to see.
All right, so I'm gonna suggest this: instead of the Secret Santa, everyone who was gonna participate, we need to donate to Lefty so we can have an upgraded YouTube plan.
I will always agree with that.
Yeah. I'm not joking. I'm dead serious.
So we go back to the motherfucking minute and a half. I mean, hour and a half. But yeah, anybody else got anything else? Matt, you got anything you want to promote? Marquise, you got anything that you're writing you want to promote?
No, I'm covering this cover card like everybody else. nyfights.com, blase. That's it.
Are you in Omaha?
No, I'm at the house, man. Fuck that.
You live in Florida, right?
No, I'm out here in Denver.
Oh yeah. Oh man, you ain't that far. Why you didn't go to the goddamn car?
Denver, Omaha's a real.
Because it's $400 to go to Omaha, and I'm like, and it's a 9-hour drive for the fucking country. I ain't doing that shit. Get out of here.
Man, look.
Get on TV.
Motherfucking Denver just as cold as Omaha this time of the year.
Exactly.
But there's shit to do in Denver. There ain't shit to do in Omaha. Why do you think Pete Manning was yelling at to throw footballs, man?
Iceland Bezzo was in Lincoln this weekend. You could have went to go see him. You got Ja Rule and Ashante.
Yeah.
Iceland was in Lincoln.
What year is this? 2001, man? Oh, no, I'm good on all that.
Hey, Jake.
Yes, sir.
You going to the WBA convention next week?
Yes, I'm flying in tomorrow night.
All right, cool.
Yeah, so Monday is the ratings portion for that. Yeah, some interesting stuff. I know Stanionis and Ortiz is on the docket, and then we'll get some answers in the rest of the divisions. I know Nonito Donaire is going. He's going to be figuring out whether he's fighting 118 or 115. I'm trying to think of what other significant moves will be made. I don't know if any clarity is going to come of the heavyweight. You know, we're still waiting for Daniel Dubois to enforce his WBA status, although I don't know if he's going to want to after last week's performance. Maybe he'll want to develop a fight or two more. Kevin Lorena, actually, that is one thing. So I don't know if anybody saw the fight with Dubois and Lorena. Obviously had the controversial ending. So Lorena's team is officially protesting that verdict. So they felt the fight was stopped way too quickly. The referee was unfair, which I agree with them 100%.
I agree.
Yeah,
I agree, but nobody's paying to see you fight, Lorena, so you just gotta take that L.
Right. Yeah,
okay.
And he had a golden opportunity. Dubois was down. He hurt.
Yep.
You know, he injured himself. Lorena he blew it. So, and the BBDC has a history of almost never overturning verdicts.
Doing anything.
Who? What about the Spark Love fight?
Oh, yeah. Actually, you know, I did talk to Montana Love last week. He wants the rematch very badly. He's going before the Ohio Commission on Tuesday to have that verdict overturned. And I'm trying to look it up. He said the same referee was involved in a fight where he disqualified the guy and it wound up getting overturned. And they're planning to use that as evidence. In this case, he wants that rematch. He says Steve Spark supposedly wants no part of him. I don't know if Steve Spark is if he thinks he's going to big game or whatever, but Montana Love did tell me he's coming back in March. So whether it's against Steve Spark, he does very badly want that rematch, but he doesn't care if it's him, Richardson Hitchens, whoever. He told that he just put whoever in the ring and he's ready. But he is looking to have that fight overturned to a no contest. He might have a case in there. I don't know. I don't know if that one's going to get overturned.
I didn't really get overturned, but all right, everybody, thank y'all for joining in. Anybody got something to promote before we stop? Remember to follow my account, chicken_TAWK, my other account, where I will be posting the YouTube links to the show. When I get up,
YouTube joint. Yeah.
Upload this shit.
Hey, Lopez, Martin.
VV gonna get his ass whooped.
Like I said, man. Matt, Vivi, just ask your price.
Can you put in my bets? Because if you don't put in my bets, and all this money I'm about to win tonight, and you don't put them in, I'm making it out on your ass. You owe me the money, not the betting site. You owe me the money. Is that understood?
Yeah, back to end lap for you.
What?
Your bets are in.
Thank you very much. When I win, I'm gonna give you $3 tip.
Sandor Martin is not winning tonight.
Okay. Well, you got to put something on them. You got to put a taste.
Hey, man. Go hard or go home.
Look, if Sandor Martin wins this week, we have to pronounce his name correctly next week.
It's Martin?
It's Sandor Martin, yes.
Jake, I am American.
Until then, he's Martin.
I am American, Jake. His name is Sandor Martin.
Okay.
All I need is Crawford fight the distance. Who else? The heavyweight fight Jared Anderson the distance.
Right.
We good.
Yeah. One thing I'm gonna go back to the Tank press conference. One thing that disappointed me, they pronounced Boots' opponent's name flawlessly, but kept fucking up Demetrius Andrade. That one I won't get.
Who was Boots' opponent? What's his last name? Karen
Chikatian.
I would say Karen.
Actually, it's Karen, I think. It's not
Karen?
Yeah, Karen Chikatian.
Well, Lefty pronounces Demetrius Andrade's name all the time. He calls him Andrade. So
well, that's what they
Andrade.
They got it right the first time. Then they kept calling him Andrade throughout the press conference. Like, he finally made his way to PBC, and they can't get his damn name.
Like, well, they didn't listen. They didn't listen to Chicken Talk when he was on Chicken Talk, where he told y'all how to pronounce his last name.
Yeah. I mean, that
he signed Andrade.
Years.
Is Isan last name Andrade? Let me ask Isan his last name Andrade. Make sure. Anyway.
I think his last name is a homophobic slur.
Anyway. All right, y'all.
Okay, cool. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Hey, guys.
Yep.